Alnwick Fair, right. I think it was a big mistake to lose the Alnwick Fair because it was an event every year and the whole community came together. It was just brilliant. Every place, every business, every hotel, pubs, they had events on the marketplace, dwarf flunking, stool ducking, everything. It was just great. And we went back into the 18th century and everyone got involved, got dressed in costumes and that, mums, dads, granddads, grandmas, kids. Everyone took part and it was really, TV, radio, everybody came to Alnwick to see Alnwick Fair. It was unique, it was fantastic. Commercially, I think fantastic. I think the amount of people that came into the town and spent money was fantastic. I mean, it really did lift the town, and I don't know the figures, but I do know that we had so many people. Bands came from Norway. They came from all over to take part, to participate. And as I say, all the pubs, restaurants, cafes, Alnwick Castle, everybody gained from that experience financially and spiritually as well, because it was a fantastic event, just good, great fun.
Get on that, take it out of focus, bring it back into focus, change the composition, just play with it. That camera should be kind of moving and alive. Excellent. Back to you, Ian.
What were some of your best memories of the Alnwick Fair?
Well, I don't often say this, but I was in a double act, Gordon and Bennett, with my best mate, Lewis Murray, and we did the clubs, the North East clubs and everything, and we were asked to do BBC Radio Newcastle for the whole week, come on at 8:25 to talk about the fair, what was happening, what was coming on. It was just great fun. It was just really, that was the interest. It was all over the place. So I think for me personally, it was performing, as a comedy impression act, double act. We just did the Alnwick Fair and had a great time. And I say even the Norwegian band found us funny, which was unusual because nobody else did.
What about, just dig down into that a little bit more, really. Talk about being compared for Duncan Elston.
Yeah, a very, very good friend of mine, Duncan Elston, photographer, and I think his original shot was in Amble. He made a film of Alnwick Fair, which he got me to go around town interviewing people, young people, older people, and like you're doing today, asking them what they liked about Alnwick Fair, what they were looking forward to and everything. And it was just a great experience, but everybody would, take part, and you'd stop them on the street and ask them, different questions like you're doing today about it. And that's why I think it's sad it's gone, because everybody loved it, everybody wanted to take part. And so for me, I think they've missed a trick here. I think Alnwick could benefit, and if they do bring it back and get a good team together, that it will be back to where it was, and everyone will look forward to it every year. It's obviously the world has changed, digital media, people move on, different things, and I think probably the engine behind it, the people, your Peter Lewis's, your Adrian Irons, the people like this that were so enthusiastic and did all the work, and that's just two names, the town crier, I think it's John. Everybody that was involved was enthusiastic, and I'm sure with the round table, the Lions, the Chamber of Trade, everybody could get together and get another engine to drive it forward. It's a lot of work, but the reward was fantastic. So I think the main guys behind it, as time went on, there was no succession plan. There was nobody took over. It should have been a sort of continuous thing. As they were getting longer and older in the years, they should have had another team ready coming through. But it doesn't mean to say now there's not talent in Alnwick that could get together as a committee and bring it back, and it would be phenomenal for the town, most definitely.
Since COVID and not being able to be together, why do you think the community events and gatherings are so important?
Sorry, you're going to have to say it again? I didn't catch it.
Since COVID and not being allowed to be together, why do you think that some community gatherings are so important?
Well, I think people are still nervous because, like anything, if you look in history at the Spanish flu and the devastation that has caused, it's going to take human. We all just don't like change, and we got into a mindset during COVID of avoidance and lockdown and everything, and we're coming out of it now. I'm pleased to say there is still COVID out there. There's still. But it's manageable. I mean, obviously with the vaccinations and everything. So shops are open. You don't have to wear your masks in hospitals and doctor surgeries and things like that. So I think it was right to do what happened. Now we're out of it. I think everybody should now take advantage of get back into the community and going out and doing things together. And this would be a perfect thing to bring back after COVID to get the community of Alnwick going again. So I think it would be a really good thing.
Do you know of any other community gatherings around the area?
In Alnwick? No, like I say, I've been away 30 odd years. My son still lives here, and obviously I've got friends and family. My brother still lives here. But yeah, no, I'm not aware of anything that is happening or.
What about, do you remember the music festival or the Shrub Tuesday football?
Oh yes, oh yeah. No, sorry. I mean, from time gone by, yeah. The Shrove Tuesday football was fantastic. I mean, I've never seen anything like it, and lucky enough, I took part in a few. I represented, I think it was St Michael's versus St Paul's, and I scored a hail, which I got £3 for, off Mr Egdal, or Chucky as we know him. So that was great. And then they throw the ball over the River Aln and everyone dives in. And it's in February. It's obviously pancake, so it's freezing and no bother at all. Hundreds diving in after this ball. The music festival, yeah, once again from around the world, people coming to Alnwick. And when they come here, they fall in love with it. I know at the castle, we used to have a lot of American students who studied here. And I'm sure when I see on Facebook, they still talk about Alnwick and how warm it was and how fantastic. It's a little gem. And sometimes you think, well, you don't want people to know about it. But I think for its future and finance, that they should tell more people about Alnwick, because it really does have a fantastic opportunity for people to really enjoy themselves, history, up to date, and the friendliness. I mean, you just can't beat these people, really can't.
Could if you had a stick.
You could beat them with a stick, but then you'd be arrested.
Fantastic.
Can you describe what the fair was like for young people?
Yeah, my two sons, Chris was one of them, and Michael, and that, we used to dress them up.